to see our warmest temps there at about noon tomorrow, and it's going to be steadily dropping off to about the mid-70s for the day tomorrow. So it's going to be a little bit cooler than we've seen in the past couple of days.
Welcome back to our Granite City Weather weekly forecasts in northern Minnesota as well as here in St. Cloud. We've got a winter storm warning, so we're going to be expecting some higher precipitation totals as we come into these next couple of days, and it's all going to be determined on the path of this low that we've got out here in eastern Colorado. And as it works its way east, we have lots of different variances with where we think it's going to end up. However, this black line is indicating where our current models are planning on our precipitation totals. Now, unpacking our surface maps though, we've had this low pressure system that's kind of building here over the Rockies, bringing lots of snow. There's expecting about 20 inches back in my home in Denver, and there's going to be lots of thunderstorms and rain expected here across much of the Midwest throughout the day Wednesday. However, here in southern Minnesota, we're not expecting much. We're just getting skimmed with the top of the storm, maybe some spotted precipitation or some mist, but not much accumulating for the day tomorrow, as well as on Thursday as the system really begins to build and work its way out to our east. There's going to be lots of activity happening here in the south, and once we get to Friday, it's going to have moved its way out to the east, and we're going to have another quiet day here in Minnesota. Again, we're going to be warm on Friday and Saturday with some sunnier skies, but 30% chance of rain as we move into the day on Sunday, and a temperature drop-off of almost 20 degrees. So those of you who are ready for fall, it's going to be moving in as we close out our week. We are going to get pretty cold for our overnight tonight, looking at below freezing temperatures. So if you're getting out tomorrow morning, I would prepare for some slicker roads. High pressure systems tend to rotate clockwise, so at the moment we're feeling that winter chill because it is bringing this cold flow from the north, but once it passes over our area and follows itself a little bit further to the south for the day on Friday, that clockwise rotation is actually going to be bringing up some warmer temperatures from the south, which is going to be causing our warm up as we head into the weekend. Now, we do have this cold front that's going to work its way in towards the end of the day on Friday. That's going to drop off our temperatures, but not by anything more substantial than 5 or 6 degrees. As well as when we get to Saturday, we've got other fronts that are going to be nearing our area, and we do have this slight rain chance up in northern Minnesota, so we could be seeing a couple drops here in St. Cloud, but nothing marginal enough to be concerned about. With this low pressure center that we've got further to our south, because of its rotation counterclockwise, it's going to be keeping most of that moisture from the Gulf down there in the south. So our center here is not going to be seeing very high chances of precip for the day Thursday. When we are in these fall conditions, we have the chance to have a very wide range of temperatures, as you can see right now. But again, we are very warm throughout the day and lots of sunshine like we've had the past couple of days. So it is no surprise that our drought has continued to spread across much of the state. Now, it's not too severe yet, but we can expect it to increase for our next couple of days because we do still have that persistent sunshine. Those of you who were around yesterday certainly saw that we got quite a dump of rain. Now, we observed about 2 inches, but when I was growing up, I was always confused between the difference between 2 inches of snow and 2 inches of rain. Now, we've got significantly more precipitation coming with rain when you compare different precipitation totals. We got quite the soak yesterday, even though it was only 2 inches, and we've still got more coming today. We're coming at you with some very good news. Temperature all the way up to 66. Highest temperature so far of the year with lots of sunshine, as well as a more mild night overnight tonight, getting to the mid to lower 40s. However, we've got lots of sunshine coming this week, but be cautious if you're planning on getting outside in the overnight hours, as we're still going to be dropping down to our freezing conditions. So bring out a coat overnight, but hey, if you're out in the middle of the day, make sure to soak up that sunshine. And Snowmageddon has finally worked its way out of St. Cloud. However, we did record between 12 and 18 inches over the past couple of days, and although we're not expecting any more precipitation for the day today, our roads are still going to be pretty slick because we're only get up to a high today of 26. Now, as we look at our surface maps here, we can see that there's this band of snow that's developed out to our northwest that is going to begin to work its way into our area for the day on Thursday. Now, don't be deceived by this map here. We do not have high precipitation chances throughout the entire day on Thursday. However, this band right here is where we're going to be expecting our highest precipitation total, somewhere between 2 to 5 inches, but that's going to be beginning to fall once we get to the overnight hours and late evening hours on Thursday, and then the early morning hours on Friday. And if you look at our high today, it's definitely not going to feel like a high, as we're only getting up to 18 today. We do have some sunshine, but don't be deceived by that. We've got wind coming from the north. It's going to be making it feel much colder today. Our big change is going to be once we get to Friday, where we see another cold front right here that's going to pass through and drop us back down to more of our winter averages. To see our chance of snow hit around 6 or 7 p.m. tonight, which is exciting for those of you that have been waiting for the winter sports to finally move into Minnesota. We see that we're getting all the way up to 53 for January and sunny skies today, so we are shattering our record as spring break has come early. As you can see here, our previous record in 1993 was at 46, and we're expected to break it by at least 7 degrees today, but it could be more, could be less. We'll see what happens. Once we get to Thursday, we do see it's kind of hitting this lower tip of the state, which is going to give us a chance of flurries here in the Granite City. So not much accumulation, but again, something to watch out for the day Thursday. We see out west this development of this cold front that's going to work its way towards us once we get to the day on Thursday. Of course, bringing us some colder temperatures, but also is going to be stirring up some storm development down here in the south that's going to kind of wrap its way up towards the Great Lakes, so that once we get to the day on Friday, that's going to be pulling some frigid temperatures up from up north. We're looking at about 20 degrees higher than the average high than we see for this time of year. But once we get to the day on Friday, we do have these double cold fronts that are going to be working their way over Minnesota, significantly dropping our temperatures.